Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm the social media assistant at Plum Deluxe, and today I'm teaching you all how to make pumpkin chili. So I love this recipe. It's actually a recipe made by our founder and creator of Plum Deluxe, Andy Hayes. So shout out to Andy for making this delicious recipe. And I particularly like this recipe because anyone who knows me, and maybe you've watched Uncrafty series, knows that I don't like complicated. I like throwing things into a pot, making it as easy as possible. And that's what this recipe does. So I'm going to guide you through how to make it. So pumpkin chili, again, really great for this time of year. Can have it for Halloween, can have it for Thanksgiving. You can throw a pumpkin tea party and have it as a side dish or a main dish. It's wonderful. So, also easy. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So, what you're going to need is, well, we use stew meat. You could probably also use ground beef if you want. It's up to you. And you'll want to get that stew meat and prepare it overnight. So, prep your stew meat overnight. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a teaspoon of, half teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You're going to take a taco packet, or if you don't have a taco packet, about 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and then a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And you're just going to throw that on your stew meat. And you're going to shake it around a bit, and you're going to put some plastic over your bowl, and you're going to just stick it in the fridge. And you're going to leave it there overnight so that all those delicious flavors just kind of mix together and have a party. So you won't be a part of that party, unfortunately, but you will be able to join in later. So then you get your bowl the next day and you cook your stew meat. Now I didn't want to do this because it's really boring to just watch someone fry up meat. So I already cooked up my stew meat. I cooked it for 5 minutes and then I added some garlic cloves, about 3 cloves in there. It was all minced up. Then I added an onion. You can use 1 onion. I found 1 onion to be a lot, so I used more like half an onion. But up to you and up to the size of your pan and what it can contain. You fry it up until the onion's translucent, and then you make sure your meat is browned, and voila, you have your stew meat ready to go. From here, it's really easy. It's just dumping cans of things into the slow cooker. And I love that. I just love dumping cans of things. So I'm going to just open all of these cans and then you're going to watch me plop them in. Awesome. So I have opened all of my cans. I also got a little pumpkin in my hair opening this can of pumpkin. So a fun game will be to see if you can spot any pumpkin on my person as I'm continuing on. But now we have the easy part, which is to just dump all of these cans into this crock pot. So we have some diced tomatoes into the pot. Sometimes you gotta get it a little whack because it's like, it just doesn't want to cooperate. It's a little stubborn. Diced tomatoes are known to be obstinate. Probably the most obstinate fruit out there. Yes, I said fruit. Not a vegetable. I know my stuff. All right, we have black beans. So we're going to put a can of black beans. These are all drained, by the way. So, see, black beans aren't obstinate like our friend the tomato. All right, kidney beans. They go in next. It actually doesn't have to be a particular order. You just dump it all in here. So, chili beans, aka pinto beans. They need a little coaxing in there. And then you have some tomato paste. I got a spoon to get this out because I've had experience with tomato paste before, so I was prepared with my weaponry. So you get a little can of tomato paste and you put that into your crock pot. Get your wrist muscles working to get it all out of there. And then the recipe calls for 2 cans of pumpkin, but I find that a little overpowering for my tastes, so I use 1 can of pumpkin puree or canned pumpkin. Just gonna put that in there. So we have all of the cans of things in there. So we're gonna add our chicken stock. So I have 1 cup, would be a can of chicken stock, and I'm just gonna pour it right on in there. Oh yeah, okay, wonderful. So now we get to the spices. So we're going to get 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. I know, we're getting adventurous with the pumpkin flavorings here, but we're gonna go for it because it is a pumpkin party. All right, so 2 teaspoons pumpkin spice, let's do it. Here we go, 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, yeah. All right, then we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of chili powder because we're getting wild. That's right. So we got our chili powder, we're gonna get our tablespoon. And then you grab your bowl where you dumped the other chili powder and you get your 2nd tablespoon in there. So next what we do is we get ½ teaspoon of ginger. So let me grab some of this ground ginger and we're gonna get a ½ teaspoon. That's a ½ tablespoon, ½ teaspoon. And we're gonna put some ginger in there. Oh yeah, okay. I can already taste the fall vibes in this pot. All right. And then you're gonna take a ½ teaspoon, or actually a full teaspoon of cumin. Right up in there and done. Boom. All right, then you want a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna throw it in there. Then you get your pepper, and the recipe calls for a whole tablespoon of pepper. So I don't have ground pepper to just measure conveniently into a tablespoon, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's all put together. All we have to do, everyone, is now put in the meat. So I'm gonna do that. Meat is in there. Ugh, amazing. Okay, you dumped everything in there. Congratulations, you made it this far. Now you put your crock pot on high for 1 hour. And then after 1 hour, you adjust the setting to low for 5 hours. So 6-hour cooking time. You might want to put this together at breakfast or brunch time so you can have it by dinner time. It does take a little bit of foresight. Not always my strong suit, but if you plan it out, it's delicious. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back and show you the rest. Okay, we are back. The chili has been cooking in the slow cooker for several hours, and now it's ready. It smells delicious, it smells hearty, it smells wonderful and pumpkin-y. And while that was, you know, mixing up a delicious aroma, I carved this little puppy. It's actually a pumpkin. And what I'm going to do is put the chili in the pumpkin. And I also set aside some pumpkin seeds. We have some great pumpkin seed recipes on our blog. If you want to check that out, I'm going to be cooking those up later. And this is just a fun idea. Of course, you don't have to do this, but if you want to make a pumpkin party, you can put the chili in the pumpkin and you'll get a little bit more pumpkin-y flavor. You don't have to have a pumpkin this size. You can have a little pumpkin. You can have an individual serving of pumpkin chili. It's just cute around Halloween time to do that and enhance your pumpkin party. So I am going to fill that up later, but right now I'm going to taste my chili. So I'm going to take this off. Oh, it is nice and steamy. Ooh, has a nice reddish color to it. Red-brown. The stew meat looks great. I'm just going to give it a little taste here. So, it's really good. So, it is spicy, so if you don't want too much spice in your chili, you might want to knock back some of those spicier spices a bit. But otherwise, I love the spicy. It's perfect for me. But the pumpkin is not overwhelming. As you remember, I just put 1 can. The recipe calls for 2, so if you do want more pumpkin flavoring in there, you might want to do the 2 cans. Maybe you want 1.5 cans. For me, this is perfect. I love it. The pumpkin just hints and just accents the chili. It's very hearty, very rich. The color itself is also a reddish, nice reddish, burnt orange color, and it's beautiful, dark. And if you want to make this vegetarian, you could absolutely skip the stew meat, just add some more beans and things like that to make it hearty. But absolutely delicious. I'm a fan. Yep, I'm gonna be eating this all week. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope if you try the recipe, please let us know. If you can tag us at Plum Deluxe on social media and show off your pictures, show off your chili and your pumpkin, show off your pumpkin party. We also have a blog on how to throw a pumpkin party. So if you need more pumpkin inspiration, that's where you'll find it. And you can have a pumpkin theme party. We have pumpkin spice tea. Oh boy, you could go wild with the pumpkins. So please do that and tag us. Thank you. This is how you make pumpkin chili.